Hey there, welcome to the Gyro Step, a Milwaukee Bucks podcast, probably a part of the Blue Wire Podcast Network and GSPN, and presented by our pals at Prize Picks, where you, yes, you, can use code Eurostep to get $50 when you play $5 for the first time, win or lose. We are going to walk through some of our Brewers Prize Pick plays later on in the show, but first, I'm here, as always, with my fantastic co-host, Rohan, for a very fun, interactive, visual pod today on the YouTube. I'm excited for this, Rohan. How's it going?
I'm doing well. It's always fun to do a podcast with you, Ty. It's always good to get together, hop on a Zoom call. At the end of the day, I get to talk basketball with my friends, so that's what matters. But yeah, fun visual stuff. I mean, we're fully in the off season.
Yeah.
So we're still coming through with content, which is always fun. But yeah, it's just, it's the nice summer. The air quality is a bit rough, but
Yeah.
it's
Can somebody fix Canada? Any listeners?
yeah, can we
Can
just
you have a lot of water available? Can we do something about this?
Can we just stop with the wildfires,
Yeah,
please?
can we just exit out for a little while? I'm not a fan, personally. I'm not a fan of
Not
the
really.
smoke. No.
Yeah, especially for like people with like respiratory issues. It's just tough.
Yeah.
You can't even like really go outside. It's tough for people even without respiratory issues, but like people with asthma, air quality's not
People with
that being bad is
babies?
not good. Exactly. Yeah.
It's not great. We're in moderate is the new like perfectly healthy air quality. Moderate is like, oh yeah, nice.
Let's not go that far.
Well, that's like I'm just saying from like my perspective.
Yeah, like as of right now, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it goes back
Moderate's a
down.
win.
Yeah, at the moment, moderate's a win. I hope we get back to it not even being a factor. Anyway, that's enough griping about the weather, a Midwest staple, so I'm glad we got there. You're right that we're in the true off season. I think we can cover our news, which usually we do, oh, we'll do quick news, and then the actual pod topic is 25 minutes in. I don't think that will be the case today. The news is this. The Nas has played with the Greek national team in a tune-up game and dunked right away, his first real play since returning. So TA looking good. I will say, really
First
fun
game
to
in like
see.
500 days.
First game in a long time. Great to see him be able to dunk. He's got some ground to make up still because old TA is slamming that a lot harder. I'm happy to see it. I'm not talking down on it, but I was like, oh, that's cool that he did it. But like, man, I think we took for maybe not you. I think the rest of us took for granted the athleticism of prime TA.
It's like I can't believe I'm about to say this. It's like you see those videos of LeBron dunking now.
Oh
It's like,
my
oh my God.
god.
But then you see 2013, 14 Bron, like 12, 13, 14 Bron, just his head is at the rim. You're like, man, you didn't really realize what you had.
Yeah.
That's like TA before pre-Achilles to post-Achilles.
It's a hell of an
Thus
injury.
far, thus
Thus
far,
far.
thus far.
It takes a while to fully get back, but nice to see him be able to finish in traffic. And then
I love how we're saying this is Bucks news. He hasn't been on the team in 2 years.
that's a good point. That's a good point. Potential Buck coming up. I mean, he'll always be a Buck in some sense.
Yes.
He's Buck for life in some senses.
Champion.
Yes. Yes. And then, okay, an actual Buck, Giannis. This is per you. I'm sure probably from someone else originally.
For me.
You told me. I didn't know. He's not playing in Cyprus. Feel free to give that update per at Arkady Jr. breaking to me.
Yeah, for sure. So the Greek national team is playing some tune-up games in Cyprus this weekend. They have 2 games. Giannis is out and not actually even going to Cyprus, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Busy guy.
there you go. You don't get the Serbia matchup, but that's fine. It's okay. You'll probably
Wonder if
see it later
Joker's
on in
gonna play.
Eurobasket. I don't know. Luca is playing, I think, today as
Oh
we're
wow.
recording this on Friday.
The TA played, so a lot of the heavy hitters are playing, but Giannis is not taking the risk for the tune-up, the friendly or whatever it's technically called.
Yeah, I think he's fine. I think
Yeah.
he's gonna be okay.
It'll be interesting to
It's
see.
more about the rest of the team.
Yeah,
And they need to tune up.
yeah, we need a lot of tuning up happening. 34 is the one guy who I think does he wear 34? I don't know what he wears
Yeah,
for Greece. He does still. Okay.
I think so.
A lot of the times they change, which I always find interesting. But
Because TA does wear 43.
yeah, you're right.
I know.
You're right. I know for the U.S. guys, they pretty much always get a different number, which is cool. But yeah, that's the news. The half Bucks news, half Antetokounmpo's news. You're right. That's so funny. I didn't think at all. I saw a Thanasis thing and I was like, oh, this is Bucks news. I didn't do this for other former Bucks, but I will keep doing it for TA. All right, we're gonna rank the Bucks rotation. Yeah, as I should. We're gonna rank the Bucks rotation. And one piece of feedback we've gotten when we do rankings or trade boards or lists or whatever from our YouTube viewers in particular. So if you're on audio, you could skip this. Also, check out the YouTube once in a while. Go sub. If you're on YouTube, check out the audio, sub, cook the books a little bit. We appreciate that.
Double sub it up.
Double sub it up, rate and review, notification bell, comment, all the good stuff. Tell 500 friends. But it's a good point, and we're trying it here. So I'm going to live update. I don't know your rankings. I only tangentially know my rankings. You don't know mine. So we're going to update as we go. I'm going to tier them by color coding them as well. So we're going to start with green. And I did go ahead. I said I didn't know yours. I did take the risk of plugging in Giannis Antetokounmpo first for you. So if that's incorrect, please let me know. But otherwise, we're going to go 1 through 15. We're going to tier them. And I think this will be interesting because...
Well, we're going to start with 1 through 11 and see how far we get.
Yeah, that's true. I have 15 on the board. We'll see how it goes. Those may be speed ran, unfortunately. I think 11 or 12 is there's like... I'll do 2 really big tiers. 11... or 12 or 13 players who may actually play, and then Chris Livingston and Tyler Smith?
Spoiler alert, that's the last tier.
Has CL graduated?
No, he has not.
Okay. Well, Summer League, he continues to have better Summer Leagues than Ajax, but it did not translate last year, so.
No, it did not.
I know who I've got 1. I know who I've got 15. I'll figure out the rest as we go.
Actually, our 15s might be switched based on that comment, but we'll get there.
Wow.
So yeah, Giannis number 1. Again, this is going to be per Gyro Step tradition. I don't think we need to spend too much time on Giannis in this regard. Yeah. It's actually the most interesting thing about Giannis in this position might be when we get to number 2, because this is I think it is the biggest gap between 1 and 2 that Giannis has ever had on a Bucks roster.
Since he's been good, at least.
Yes.
Actually, even when he was bad, like the really bad Bucks teams, it was just a lot of bad. So the gap also wasn't that big. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's something, all right. It's just it speaks volumes about this roster and how they had to come to these, conclusions and all the missteps and unfortunate things that have happened along the way, the bad luck that's happened in the last couple of years. But now the thinking is, and I think we're going to get into this as well, is that it's a more rounded out roster than we may have seen around Giannis in years past. But the gap between Giannis and the rest of the roster, astronomical. If this team is like a top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference, Giannis should have MVP locked up.
That's been the talking point for sure. And I think that's correct.
Because let's just get into it. Number 2.
I want to say, there is I don't know if there's real precedence for this kind of a team that's like this top heavy. I think the Nuggets is still a good comp, but obviously whoever we're gonna say, I don't think anyone will regard this player as high as Jamal Murray, but it's probably not as large of a gap as you might think. I mean, technically a 0-time All-Star.
Not as much as
Jamal
recently.
Murray. Yeah. And they continue to win a lot. And I mean, they were how close to beating the Thunder in the playoffs last year. So I don't think it can't work. I mean, I think even the Pacers and the Thunder are not especially top-heavy teams. However, clearly Pascal Siakam is better than whoever we're going to say number 2. And for the Thunder, J-Dub, I think, also is pretty comfortably.
Yeah, I'd say so too.
So there's definitely ground to cover there from that sense.
But I think the gap is much larger because Giannis is better than those players.
Giannis is better, and I think their second best players are definitely better.
Yes.
You go first. I try to talk you into this being a real conversation, but I don't think you think it is one.
I don't really think it is. For me, number 2 is Miles Turner.
Yeah.
I almost put him in a tier on his own, but I didn't.
Okay, let's start
purely
your
because
tier here.
Yeah, this is my second tier.
It's orange.
So Miles Turner, a the belle of the ball of free
The
agency.
belle of
We've
the
talked about
ball.
we've talked about Miles Turner a lot this offseason for good reason. The Bucks pulled off a coup to be able to get Miles Turner. And you know why we don't have to go into this. Just a force on the defensive end, a mobile, switchable big who can also protect the rim, space the floor, act as an interior presence. Not much of a lob threat guy, not much of a true inside post scorer, but still effective inside, but also really, really effective outside the arc as a 3-point shooter. Just the most complete player outside of Giannis, I think, on this Bucks roster, which is why I have him ranked number 2, because you don't really see any scenarios where he will have a glaring weakness on this team, right?
Yeah.
The shooting is there, the defense is there, the flexibility on offense and defense is there, the athleticism is there. He is a perfect fit next to Giannis. And I don't really see, I mean, my third best player is going to be the guy in this conversation, but I think he's almost on a tier of his own for number 2, but I wouldn't say he's really in a tier of his own as a player.
Yeah, I will copy you. I'm going to add Miles Turner to not be the number 1 choice in my tier 2 as well. I think all the things you said are correct. I am more excited for what he can do defensively with the Bucks than I am offensively, to be quite honest. I just think we have not ever seen a center next to Giannis that can do the at rim and at perimeter stuff that Miles Turner can do. And I think it's going to open some fascinating doors for them defensively. And not even saying that they're going to have like this crazy defensive scheme no one's ever seen. The obvious rebuttal here is going to be, oh, Doc Rivers, Doc Rivers. Doing the things they did last year, I think will just be infinitely better. Not infinitely. Will be significantly better with the range that Turner adds, covering ground on the defensive end. So we can snake draft this. For my third one, I am going Gary Trent Jr. And I did, in my heart of hearts, I wanted this to be a conversation. I'm definitely putting him in the same tier as Turner in our orange tier, tier 2. And I went with Turner above because of the defense. I am so excited about it. I think he's going to be the defensive linchpin alongside Giannis. I think the two bigs are going to anchor their defense. I do think Trent will be second in scoring on this team. And it wouldn't surprise me if he got back up to like the 17, 18 per game mark. He clearly showed in that series when they fed him the rock against Indiana, he can put it up in bunches. I don't think he's going to score 30, but I do think he is an accurate enough volume shooter who can thrive on repeated volume attempts from deep, and he kind of got his bag going from the mid-range too, that he's going to be the Bucks' second leading scorer. And I have seen this like, oh, how are they going to win any games if Miles Turner is their either second best player or their second best like scorer? And I don't think he's necessarily their second best offensive player. He may be their second most important because of, again, the malleability with Giannis and what he can do on the other end. So I think it's correct and fair to say he's their overall second best basketball player or second best or second most important, I should say. I think Trent will be the second leading scorer though, and I think he will basically be the one picking up the Murray role of like, we just need a firecracker one pass away from Giannis. I think with the variety of ways he scores, he is the one who can do that the best.
I completely agree, and I'm glad you brought up the second best, second leading scorer role because I was like, oh, that's what I'm going to lead in with that, and you're like, okay, I'm just going to
I'm
take
going
that.
for it. Yeah.
But I think you're right. He's my number 3 as well. It's
Okay.
going to be so funny when we have the same exact list.
I know. Same
It
tier.
would be so yeah, same tier.
Okay.
And that's the end of my second tier.
Okay, so we're gonna have a difference there.
Okay. But I just think it's when you look at Gary and his scoring ability with the Bucks this season and this roster, he has to be the most dynamic guard that they have. I think it was it Dalton from our friends at Behind the Buck Pass recently wrote about like Gary's like pull-up three-point shooting as a big threat. Like I did
Yeah, I
not
think
realize
so.
Gary shot what was it, 42.7% on pull-up threes last year, which is just ridiculous.
That's
Like
nuts.
there's a lot of untapped offensive scoring that I think Gary's going to be able to thrive in this offense now that there is no Damian Lillard
Yeah.
on this team, and just being able to get to a higher higher in the pecking order of the offense is really, really going to help Gary unlock that ability to get into that high teens scoring, which I think he can do because he's done it for years. Previously, he's just been in a smaller role with the Bucks last season, but as it's gotten larger, I think his production is going to follow.
His last
He
three
has
seasons,
shown.
sorry, above 30 minutes per game. 32 and 22-23 with the Raptors, 17 per game. 35 minutes per game the year before that, 18 per game. And then just under 32 minutes per game, he was 16 points per game in 3 straight. So he was 15 on 30 minutes the year before. 2 of those were shorter seasons. But you're talking about 2 years and 136 games sample where he was at 30, like mid 30 minutes per game and between 17 and 18 points, which is obviously a significant offensive role that I do feel like a lot of people have forgotten when they look at this Bucks offense.
100%. And he's shown that he can lock in on the defensive end as well. He's not going to be a world beater on the defensive end, but he's at least going to be able to hold his own and not be an embarrassment. Who knows if that's going to keep up with a larger offensive role? I don't know. If there was anything that's going to slip, it's probably going to be that. But he has that ability. And I think that comfortably puts him in the 3rd spot for me.
Yeah.
So if that's... So it's my turn now, right?
Your turn. Number fourth best Buck in the rotation. You're ranking, I guess, I don't know if we're doing best or most important. I assume probably best.
Yeah, I'm doing best.
Best.
Not most important because the player I'm about to choose, it's Kyle Kuzma.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh man!
And this is the start. This is the start of my 3rd tier. I know it's 4 players, 3 tiers, but
that's okay. We're gonna do purple.
There you go.
That's a little hard.
Kyle Kuzma.
Go ahead.
Okay, you do that. I'll talk. I just think like if we're taking this in a vacuum, which I know is impossible to do, he is still and maybe not still. He can be a productive NBA player. We've seen it. We've seen it for years now, and we actually saw it a bit with the Bucks, just not in the playoffs. And it's still, and that's to say the least, to say the absolute least. Put up a stat in a playoff game, Kyle Kuzma. Do something.
I might have 4 more guys before we get here.
Really? I don't think he is the 4th best in terms of this Bucks team in the context of this Bucks team, but I think if you're looking at individual players, I think he's the 4th most talented player.
I hope Kuz isn't listening after I spent so much time talking up the YouTube series and the newsletter. Asked him to be on the show, have not heard back. I just think the raw numbers are what they are, and he played a role on the Lakers team 5 years ago. Almost 6 years ago now, that won it, and that's important. And there's potential for him to be a helpful contributor. I just think that AJ Green right now is a better NBA player who helps your team win more. And not even just looking at the Bucks or the Giannis side of it, in my opinion, I think that is true.
Oh man!
So I'm putting AJ fourth.
Oh man, friend of the pod, AJ Green. I understand. I don't know if I can get there. I really don't. I think AJ is an infinitely better fit on this Bucks team.
Question.
You're not.
Yeah, no question.
There's no debate there at all.
No.
I just think as an actual as an NBA player, I think Kyle Kuzma is better.
Would you take Kyle Kuzma or Duncan Robinson?
In 2025, I'm taking Kuzma.
Okay. But the fact that you had to quantify that, I think. Because
if it's 3 years ago, I'm taking Duncan Robinson. I think that's more indicative of Duncan Robinson as a player. That's clouding my opinion in that scenario.
No, I know, but I think AJ Green could have a Duncan Robinson 3 years ago season in this environment. I think he is that good of a shooter. I saw it might have been Bucks Breakdown, the great Bucks Breakdown. There was some 3-point shooting. I think it was from oh my goodness, now I'm blanking. Cranges McBasketball. I forget what the the data. Yeah, well, I forget what the data what that's called now. Their new data outlet, but his whole
friend of the pod.
His whole shooting outlook, all the different ways that they use the advanced
B-ball
stats.
index.
Yes, B-ball index. Thank you. I guess it's not new at all. But they do like the different ways players score, and they did just shooting with AJ, and it's all like bright green 90 plus percentile. We've talked about how he's a dog defensively, and here's what ultimately swung this for me. Last year, we had Gary Trent Jr. versus AJ Green debates. We did not have Gary Trent Jr. versus Kyle. And I know it's positional. Part of it's positional. But if they were close enough to debate him, I feel okay putting him on the list here. To talk about AJ a little bit, I just think the combo of shooting and defense, yes, everything else is limited. I get it. Kuzma certainly, when he's operating at a high level for him, can do more things for you. I think in the modern league, like if you're a really good shooter and a good defender, there's just a very high ceiling on how valuable you can be. And I think I trust AJ to get closer to his ceiling than Kuzma.
Okay, so let me throw this hypothetical at you. I don't even like this hypothetical. Now that I'm
I feel
thinking,
bad for you. I feel bad for you because I think this sounds like Trumpian, but I think people are going to be like, Rohan's insane for this. And I see where you're coming from. And I just want to say that. I don't think public opinion is going to be kind to you here, is what I mean. And I feel bad about it.
That's fair. 5 seconds left in the shot clock, and you catch the ball sort of inside the arc. Who do you want, Kyle Kuzma or AJ Green?
For sure, AJ.
Really?
Yeah, for sure, AJ.
To 100%. Make a decision and go and
just
try and score the ball?
Just shoot it. I don't need him to make the decision is easy. I think if AJ Green catches the ball with less than 5 seconds left, he's going to shoot it, and that's fine with me.
Okay, how about this? 10 seconds.
Still AJ, because he can just pass it, and then someone passes right back to him and he shoots it.
Okay, so
I'm going to go AJ in almost any context. Like, the missed layups are still too fresh on my mind, and it wasn't just the playoffs.
Trust me, I've literally had a nightmare about them.
I know you have.
It's not good. Like, I don't know how I've ended up in this position where I'm defending Kyle. Like, AJ is the next player for me. Like, it's not that deep in my perspective.
I know. It's okay.
I don't know. I think AJ, the benefit AJ has is that he just fits so well on this team.
I cannot argue that. And I am separating that when I do this as well. I'm trying to, at least.
Yeah, it's same. Because if it was just about Bucks fit, AJ, yeah. Kuzma's near CL territory for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's close, but I'm still putting Kuz up there. Any GMs listening, it's Kyle Kuzma. He might be the second best Buck, everyone.
Yeah, we should. I'm going to screenshot just your part and send it in my group chat with the other 29 GMs who have all blocked me.
The other 29 GMs, like you're the GM of the Bucks.
I meant the non-Bucks ones. I'm not the GM of the Bucks. Okay, I'll add. Do you have AJ in the same tier as Kuz, I'm guessing?
I do. I have three players in this tier.
I'll add him for you. And I think your next one is going to be one I'm about to talk about. But in number 5, in the same tier, I have a big tier too. I'm proud of myself for not doing 500 tiers yet. I might get there. And I kind of feel like I disrespected him by dropping him this low. But I got Big Bob here. Obviously has no chance to Doc Rivers, I shouldn't say no chance. I don't think we'll start. So a little weird. I mean, 5 isn't that crazy. I think there's an argument for Big Bob to move up 1 or even 2 spots on the list. Like,
I mean, I have Kuzma 4th, and I don't think he should start.
We'll see what happens there. But like positionally, there's almost no way Big Bob could start is my thing. Like with Giannis and Turner. If he is the guy who was post-suspension last year, he has a case for number 3. I believe that. Like, the offense, we know he's going to bring offense, which they are really going to need. But the way he kind of streamlined that offense to be like cutting to the rim or shooting threes, and the defense was engaged and he was moving. He's a very good basketball player. He's a good NBA player. They got him back on a great value deal. But Bobby Portis is going to be really important, and I think he is definitely a top 5 Buck this right now going into this season.
Yeah, I mean, what we saw post-suspension, I think I'm a little nervous about because that was such a small sample compared to the previous, 2 years of watching Big Bob play basketball.
Yeah,
But it's just like the post suspension stuff was so, so, so good
it's beautiful.
that it kind of makes me forget about what we've seen before. It's going to be I'm going to be really interested to see the first couple of games that he plays and seeing, hey, what kind of mindset is this? What kind of style of play is he doing? Where are we? It's like do you remember this was, oh God, this was like 10 years ago at this point. Do you remember that Heat team that was really, really bad for like the first half of the season
Yeah,
and then was on like a 50 win pace the second half of the season?
yeah,
And
it's
then they
probably
just
higher. Yeah,
and then they just, I don't know what happened to him. But I think it was, I forget who it was. I think it was Kevin Pelton. Is he still around?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Good for him. I think he
Well,
was,
I don't know what he does. Lowe used to bring him on every so often when he was at ESPN, but now he's not. So I don't know. I don't know who's gonna. I think he goes on the Hoop
yeah.
Collective every so often.
Unless he was canceled, in which case I hate him.
I
Uh,
don't think so. I mean, that would be news to me.
but I'm just covering my bases.
Okay,
Uh,
smart.
there, I remember him talking about some some data about like what does a team usually look like the next year after having such a very dichotomous season, right? Where they're really good for stretches and really bad for some stretches. Like what do they usually end up being?
Yeah,
And usually they end up being what happened in the aggregate, which is kind of in the middle.
right.
And so that's what I'm a little bit worried about happening with Bobby Portis is that we're not going to see the really bad. We're also not going to see the really, really good. We're kind of going to see something in the middle.
Had a good playoffs, 14-8 per game, 35.7% from three, which is actually his high watermark as a Buck thus far. So I agree. I've got some fear there as well, but we shall see. We shall also see the rest of our rankings. We're going to have to probably pick up the pace a little bit here, but we can take our time with the next few. But first, let's see our friends from Prize Picks, the number one daily fantasy sports platform in the entire galaxy, where men's basketball season is over, but women's basketball is running hot. If you can keep up with what teams players are on, my goodness, an active trade deadline. You might learn something about the league by hopping on to Prize Picks, but also baseball. And if you're not all in on the Brewers right now, I just can't relate to you. I mean, the hottest ticket in sports, not really at all. You could probably go to a game for like $10, which is part of the charm,
Good.
especially on weekdays. Yeah, it is nice. It is nice. I don't mind that they haven't built a new park. It doesn't cost $5 billion to go sit in a euchre seat. But whether it's strikeouts, RBIs, first inning runs, total bases, whatever, make your call with more or less on Prize Picks. Add a little spice to watching your weeknight Brewers and play for your shot to win up to 2,000 times your cash today. I'm looking at the board. Tonight we got Crew versus Mets. I see Brandon Woodruff more than 6 pitcher strikeouts. Woody has been absolutely cooking, so I'm looking into that for sure. And we got a lot of goblin time total bases, except Rohan's guy Blake Perkins, 0.5 bases isn't even goblin time. They're giving you the better rate here on Big Perk, so we can go Big Perk, the return Sal Frelick. If you want to be bold, Jory Ortiz. Each of these guys, it's 0.5. That's all you need to do is they need to get one base. So any hit
My
that
guy
gets them
Big
on
Purse,
base.
he's been on a heater too
He's
recently.
been raking. Bryce Terang's had a great year. Wild Bill Contreras is on a heater right now, so a lot of fun options, and Joey Ortiz, but a lot of fun options. Isaac Collins, and you can really go. I
King
mean,
Vaughn.
King Vaughn. You know what? Literally, he's staring me right in the face right now. Demon time, King Vaughn, more than half a homer. I mean, he's doing it every game. That might have to be Goblin time this time next week if he keeps this up. So put your lineup together. Send it to us either in our Discord or on Twitter. If you put together your Prize Picks lineup, especially if it's Brewers heavy, and let us know how you're doing. Let us know who you're going with on the projections. And if you've never played before, this is the perfect time. Add that extra something to the Brewers stretch run. Sign up today, and you get $50 on Prize Picks instantly. All you have to do is play your first $5 lineup. And it's Flex Friday, so you can even have a concern-free lineup as you watch the Brewers tonight. So go ahead, use code Eurostep, whether you win or lose. And it's Flex Friday, so you almost always win, or it feels like a win. You get that $50 bonus just for playing your first $5 lineup over on Prize Picks. So use the link in the description, whether you're listening or watching, code Eurostep, get that $50 and cut loose. You got something, Rohan?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
You looked like you were gearing up. Like, I don't know. I thought you had like the number one lineup in the world pending or something. I don't know, but we'll check back
I'm
in
cooking.
next week.
I'm cooking
You're
though.
cooking. Yeah, we'll check in. We'll see. I gotta put something together. I need to spice in some King Vaughn. Love King Vaughn. Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Do
up.
you see the Brewer? Do you see the Brewers are doing a King Von T-shirt?
Oh yeah, that's sick. I'm mad about the pocket pancake because it's like glazed. You can't put a glazed thing in your pocket.
It's glazed.
It's like something's in it. There's like some sort of sauce or something.
Man.
Yeah, I'm just like, you can't put it in your pocket. It defeats the purpose.
No, just give me a raw pancake.
A raw pancake is fine. I eat raw pancakes. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I like syrup, but I'm not gonna put syrup in my pocket.
No, just a little snack,
Just a little snack to carry around. All right, we can recap here for audio. Video viewers can just see it on the screen. This is crazy. So far, you're going to be up next with your number 6. I've got Giannis in his own tier, of course, and then 2 through 5, Miles Turner, Gary Trent Jr., AJ Green, Bobby Portis Jr., all in tier 2 for me. You've got Giannis in tier 1, Miles Turner, Gary Trent Jr. in tier 2, Kyle Kuzma and AJ Green in tier 3. So
tier 3, last member is Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis.
So we don't need to spend too much time on that. I just like, for all the reasons that we just talked about, he's in there. But that's the end of my 3rd tier.
I'm deciding how much I want to shock the world here.
Oh man, what could you possibly do with this? Well, Can I guess?
You can guess. I'm typing it now. I don't think you can. You can't see this, but it's typed out.
I cannot see it. It's Ryan Rollins.
Ryan Rollins is my number 6 and the start of my 3rd tier, my purple tier. I mean, listen, obviously based on their NBA resumes, in every sense of the resume that they've produced thus far, Kyle Kuzma is a better NBA player than Ryan Rollins.
Oh my God, I forgot you didn't have Kyle
I haven't done Kuz
yet.
I haven't done Kuz. Yeah. I told you. I'm shocking the world.
Where is he going to fall on this board? I completely forgot about that. I was like, it's not that much of a reach. I don't know what he's freaking out about. Okay, we're buckled in.
We got a Shedeur Sanders moment here. Again, based on everything they've done thus far, last season aside, but the aggregate of everything, Kuzma is better. I think Ryan Rollins, the way I look at it is like who helps a team more. That's how I think is better. And a team, not just the Bucks, any team. The way Rollins can, a little bit of playmaking, probably the weakest part of his game is a nominal point guard, but shoot the 3 ball, get to the rim, and defend, and force turnovers, and defend at a high level. And this was with a separated shoulder almost the whole year. I mean, the first full game he played against Toronto, his only healthy big minutes game, I think he had 5 steals. I'm not saying he's going to average 5 steals, but a disruptive defensive playmaker, 6'9" wingspan, probably doesn't have much shorter of a wingspan than Kuzma, frankly, although Kuzma, of course, is much taller. I'm really high on Rollins. Probably way too high on Rollins, although I don't think you'll have too many more spots lower than this. But I've got Rollins 6, and I think I'm up again now for doing this snake, right? So you had Bob before this?
Yes.
So I'm going Cole. Just kidding. I'll put Kyle Kuzma here at the 2nd spot in my next tier. And let me explain quickly how I'm thinking about the tiers, because we've talked a bit about Kuzma already. Green is the god, Giannis, the Greek god. Orange for me is, and this is Turner through Portis. These is I feel pretty good about what the Bucks are getting from this player.
Did you say Cole Anthony next?
No, I was joking.
Oh,
it's Kuzma. I was faking you out. It's Kuzma 7th for me.
Sorry, I was typing something and I was like, wait, it just didn't register for you. I was like, what?
I'm glad that was a delayed fuse. Orange is I feel confident they're going to help the Bucks and they're good players. Purple is I think they're going to help the Bucks, but I'm not totally sure for one reason or another. So for Rollins, it's just such a small sample. And for Kuzma, it's we've talked about it, right? We've seen the the angel on the shoulder, and we've seen the devil on the shoulder. Although it's not really intentions with him. The actual quality of play has just varied wildly. So if he can be like a slasher, good defender at that size, I think he'll help the Bucks a lot. And I think at his best, he's better than Rollins. I just don't trust him to get there.
So you have an 8th?
7th.
7th. Yeah, 7th. Huh. Interesting. Again, like I'm gonna push back on that hard.
Fine.
I think he really left a bad taste. And
yeah.
Again,
I mean the whole being bad for half the tenure thing doesn't help.
Yeah, it really doesn't, does it?
It doesn't help.
Maybe I'm too optimistic.
After like the Lakers Luka game abouts, like what did he do that helped the Bucks? At any point. If you have to ask that question, I just don't think it could be like jaw-dropping to drop him out of the top 6.
No, that's fair.
Honestly, I might have had him lower. I feel like you influenced me.
Good.
Probably not really. Probably not really.
So that's your 7th player, right?
Yes. So now your 7 and 8 is up. Yeah.
My 7 is Ryan Rollins.
Okay. Are we switching tiers or are we same tier?
We're switching tiers. This is now my 4th tier.
4th tier. So wow, this is like the most we've ever disagreed on anything.
I know, it's crazy.
This is fun. We're gonna go with blue.
Ooh. This is like similar to what you were saying. This is kind of where I start to be like, okay, your roster, like not your roster spot, but your spot in the rotation is kind of like in flux.
Yeah.
It's like I'm really high on Ryan Rollins. I think he's probably not going to start the year as the starting point guard, but he could probably win that role. But he could also not win that role. And some other guys could probably win that role. I think it's more of a toss-up. And a little bit of a spoiler, my entire 4th tier is just the point guard room.
Yeah, okay. So who
because
do you
I kind
next?
of all
I'll
feel
fill it in.
It's KPJ.
Yeah.
It's that those 3 players are almost real. They're so in flux, right? I could see any single one of them winning that starting point guard job, which is kind of insane at some point. Probably the least likely is Cole Anthony, which is why I have him last in that tier. But
okay, I'll just start filling these out then, because we now have the next same 2 players.
So I think Cole Anthony, like he's probably the least likely, but is there a universe in which I could see him like, hey, be a spot starter? Absolutely. And that's not really me trying to praise Cole Anthony, who I do like, and I'm very glad they did sign him. It's just more of the point guard room is in flux. This is the most undecided the Bucks point guard room has been in like a decade, and it's going to be really difficult. Yeah, probably.
Because I mean, we always knew who their guy was. It was Jennings and Brandon Knight. Although I guess they kind of moved Knight off point, and the MCW years were pretty in flux. So
yeah, but that was only like one real year.
Yeah, ended up just being Giannis, who I guess it is again now. So.
I guess so.
Do you think Bucks MCW is better than any of their current point guards?
No,
I don't think so either.
Not really. Bucks MCW was not that good.
Bucks Brandon Knight. Woo.
Bucks Brandon Knight's oh my goodness. Bucks Brandon Knight should have been an all-star.
Is he 2? Like, is he 3 on this list?
Yeah.
Probably. I think he
might be 2.
What Gary could do, but a little more passing, not much.
But just more dynamic.
He has a great year for him. A lot of game winners that year. Okay, we're gonna be concise. I brought up Brandon Knight. That's my fault. I also have KPJ 8th and Cole Anthony 9th, which I believe was your numbers on them as well. I'm keeping them all in the same tier as Kuzma. I'm trying to not hold the point guard room thing against them in this exercise. Since again, it's not the importance, it's like which of them is the best. So I think Rollins is the best of them as players. I give Kuzma a slight edge over Porter Jr. because, again, like Kuzma's ceiling is a little higher. And I think Kuzma is probably going to be, there's less disaster potential with Kuzma. I do think there's a scenario where things get bad with Kevin Porter Jr., which is why I have him 8th. And I have Cole Anthony 9th for kind of the opposite reason. Like I think I feel pretty good about what Cole Anthony's going to bring. Good about like I know what to expect. He's been a very consistent player when you look at like his production and what he does. But there's just a ceiling on like 6 foot point guards who don't have plus wingspan, who have not been very good 3-point shooters. So it's kind of like I don't think you could put him too much lower than here. Maybe like 2 spots at most. But there's just less upside. He does feel dependable though.
Yeah, I think so. It's I don't know. It's going to be really interesting. Like, I don't want to make this out to be some massive battle of the three guards that it's going to be, because probably knowing Doc Rivers, he's just going to stick with one guy.
Yeah.
And if he likes it, it works, and we don't really get a chance. Uh, though he has proven that he won't do that sometimes, but usually when it's too late.
Yeah. Game 5 of the first round is going to be Ryan Rollins' first start.
When they're down 3-1 to the Pistons.
As long as it's not the Pacers, dear God.
Oh my God. That might cause me to quit podcast.
Yeah, I was going to say, that might be the last straw. Giannis might feel the same way. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so... sorry, what do you got?
No, that's the end of that tier for me.
Yeah,
I have 4
it's
tiers.
It's going to be mine too. It's going to be... So I have 3. The next one will start my 4th. So spot 10, technically I did KBJ Anthony. You have Anthony. So who is your 10th? And then I'll share my next 2.
10th, Torian Prince.
Okay.
Torian Prince, again, I honestly, if you look at this team, if you put Torian Prince on, what's a team? On the Warriors, he'd be like 5.
Yeah. It'd be pretty high.
If you put Torian Prince on, I should stop naming mid teams.
The Lakers could unironically really use a Torian Prince with DFS leaving.
They could use, like, the Heat could use a Torian Prince if they move on from Andrew Wiggins or something like that. Not the Timberwolves, like
would he be the best player on the Nets roster right now? No, Nick Claxton.
Yeah, it's Nick Claxton.
But after that,
yeah, maybe.
Michael Porter Jr.
Oh yeah.
And then I think because
it's Day'Ron Sharpe.
It's probably Day'Ron Sharpe or someone like that.
Who hasn't technically signed yet? Have you seen this?
No, weird thing there. Well, and to be clear, if anyone's yelling, Cam Thomas is unsigned. I think he will sign there, but he's unsigned right now.
Yeah, he's in the same boat as Josh Giddey and Jonathan Kuminga and
Quentin Grimes, who they're like would go to a second apron team, I think. So there's like a real what are they gonna do going on there?
It's crazy.
I think Giddey's the closest. Restricted, it sounds like.
Restricted, but there was some buzz today about the Warriors being interested.
That would be nuts,
or something like that. But my point is,
if you could trade Kuzma for any of the free agents on whatever sign and trade works with the base year compensation, which of the 4 would you pick? I think Grimes is the best fit with the Bucks, but the position they need the least. But you could probably just play him at the 3, right?
You probably could. I'd probably say Cam Thomas.
Just for the shot creation?
Just purely for the shot creation.
Yeah, I think Giddey's the only one you can't make a case for. Which is funny because he'll probably get the most guaranteed money out of the 4 of them. I think you
can make a case. Because it's like, just a lead ball handler.
Yeah, I don't like the fit with Giannis. I know he's been making some threes. Yeah, I wouldn't be.
Could the Bucks win the Ben Simmons sweepstakes?
Oh God.
He's still unsigned, right? He didn't actually sign with the Celtics. He didn't sign
anywhere. 29 teams are going to win the Ben. Maybe 30 will win the Ben Simmons. Whoever he doesn't sign with wins that sweepstakes.
Could be 30. Who knows?
That's what I mean, yeah. Guangdong could lose that one.
But the point is, like, Torian Prince is the perfect example of being overqualified for your role.
Yeah.
Here, because I at least have him 10th, and that's the highest, at least out of us two. And it's like, he's a serviceable player. Like, I've been banging this drum all summer long. He's a good player, a serviceable player, if you put him in the right position to succeed. And I don't know. I see it. Like there's worse guys you can have at number 10.
Yeah, well, definitely. I think I'm going to put him here as well and also in his own tier. I do feel, looking at him
His
next to
own
Cole.
tier.
Sorry, so far for me. It's not
Okay.
just going to be, there's going to be probably one more player in this tier.
Same.
This is my fourth tier, your fifth tier. I totally agree with everything you said. We've been banging this drum for a while. I will go ahead and add Jericho Sims to this tier.
Yep.
This is basically, if I had to describe this tier, it's like I think you probably should play, but on this team, I won't be mad if you don't. And I know that sounds like I'm talking about role, but it is kind of a talent level thing too. I don't think some fans will be very upset. I'm not going to be kicking the chair if it's like Sims can't get regular minutes. It's unfortunate. I like him. I think he can help the team. Like, he's just not as good as all the guys we talked about thus far. He is a great switchable defender. The offensive bag is almost non-existent, and that does matter. You want to look past it. I get it. You want to root for a guy. It's hard when it's just like
He switched hands
open
this
dunks.
summer. Did you see that?
Yeah, I think he's always been a little ambidextrous. I thought there was a bi thing that started with that, and I realized probably was going a different direction. But I think he's always been a little. I've seen him shoot jumpers with both, even I think, in like the same workout, which is pretty wild. But like maybe just focus on one of those, Jericho.
Yeah, maybe just pick one.
Yeah, I think Jack of Trades master of none thing going on there.
Yeah, real master. I'll never forget going to a Bucks game and seeing him try to shoot like hook shots and warm up, and he starts with like the ball near the floor. I was like, bro, I could block that. Like,
yeah,
what's going on? Like, it just stick with what you're good at, man. Like, or try to like specifically hone in on something. But yeah, we both have Jericho Sims in the same spot. This is the end of guys I really see maybe playing for this team this season. It's with Sims, it's I think he would have had a much larger role if the Bucks did not sign Miles Turner.
Yeah,
but now that they have signed Miles Turner and all the things we talked about with Jericho Sims, like great switchable defender, he's bouncier than Miles Turner, but it's just the offense, right?
Yeah,
it really is.
And I think Turner is a better defender, by the way.
Yeah, and we were thinking about what we saw last season with Jericho Sims. We were like, oh my god, this guy's changing our lives. Miles Turner's going to slot into that role now and just be incredible at it, which is crazy. I still can't believe that they pulled that off.
And games Turner misses or something, right? You immediately insert Sims, who it's like, oh, we're of another switchable five who can protect the rim. And to be clear, what my statement, Sims I think is a better perimeter defender than Turner, but I think Turner is even though he's declined a little bit since his peak, and we'll see, maybe he gets back to form, right? Big Jim Ozarski had like the quote of the summer when he's like, a lot of the guys get those DPOY and all defense accolades when they play with 34. And I was like, that's a bar. Also very true. But he's a lot stouter there than
Jim,
Sims.
man. Really been holding it down.
Had an amazing year of Bucks coverage. It's only August, but it's been phenomenal all year long. Okay.
Are we at the end of your actual rotational guys?
Yes. I think we're both there. So it'll be probably a new tier. Yeah. Well, let's do a quick recap before we round it out. You have tier 1 Giannis, tier 2 Turner and Trent, tier 3 Kuzma, Green, Portis, tier 4 Rollins, KPJ, Cole, Anthony. That's 9 players. And then 10 and 11, your tier 5 Torian Prince, Jericho Sims. I have, of course, tier 1 Giannis, tier 2 Turner, Trent, Green, Bobby. Tier 3, Rollins, Kuzma, KPJ, Cole, Anthony. And then that was my 9 as well. And then tier 4 for me is Prince and Sims. So we have the same 8, 9, 10, 11. The same 1, 2, 3. And then our 4 through 7 is where we got very divergent. So we agreed on most of it, but some big disagreements in those 4 spots.
And for us, like half of it being disagreements,
that's good.
Throwing us totally in disarray.
I love it though. I love it.
We're not used to this at all.
No. Okay, so yeah, we can speed up now. You're number 12.
I'll just do my last.
Okay, you just want to throw it out.
Yeah.
Do your tier. Don't do all of it. Just do your next tier.
My next tier is Andre Jackson Jr. and then Gary Harris.
Okay, interesting.
Where it's just sort of like, okay, Ajax, you would, if this was any other basketball team, like as if he's getting waived for TA, someone's claiming him. It's like
Yeah.
what something happened here, and it was Kyle Kuzma.
I'm out of colors.
Unfortunate, yeah, an unfortunate casualty of the Kyle Kuzma trade is Andre Jackson Jr. Just did not play, had a bad summer league again, and just never really showed us anything. I
Yeah.
just I don't see him slotting into this rotation, especially with the 1 and 2 positional groups that the Bucks have, and it's just tough. It's tough. Like you haven't he hasn't gotten better since he came to into the league at anything, has he? I don't think so.
Probably defense and technically shooting. I mean, his 3-point percentage keeps going up. We don't buy it. I wanted to flip the order to continue being a contrarian, but I don't think I can. As much as you are, I think, correctly ragging on Ajax here.
I think Gary's worse.
I think Gary Harris at this point. I mean, maybe he can turn back the clock. I'm not really confident in him doing that, but maybe.
I don't think he deserves. No, that's strong language, but I don't think he's gonna get the chance to be able to show that he can turn back the clock.
I saw a tweet from a Magic coverage at the Sixth Man Show, a great Blue Wire Orlando Magic pod, and it was like me something until Gary Harris hits 2 threes in a game, and he had quote tweeted it like 2 months after saying it, implying that he was still waiting. And that doesn't feel great.
No, it's the most puzzling basketball signing of the summer. I understand why he was signed.
Yeah, the agent. Yeah,
announcement right after Miles Turner. Like I get it. Like I'm not an idiot. I get it, but he's not gonna play.
I think he is the new Pat Connaughton, which I've said before, of like, we just need wing minutes because guys are out. Like, we'll throw him in there. He knows
Break
the
glass
spots.
in case of emergency.
He knows the spots to stand. For that reason, he may end up playing more than Andre Jackson Jr., but we are doing player best.
Because Ajax does not know.
Ajax does not, and to pull behind the back pass out of the spot. But if I'm talking about who's a better player, I think it's Ajax for sure.
Yes.
Okay, I think we have our last disagreement. I'll do my last tier. By the way, your fourth tier for our tier 4s or 5s are gray, and our tier 6s are brown. So we have now reached the brown zone where I am featuring Chris Livingston and Tyler
What'd you
Smith.
call me?
No, I said the zone. I'm going to change the color entirely. It's now red. I don't know what your last tier is going to be.
Okay, so I know what the order of your two is.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Chris Livingston and Tyler Smith in that order. So I have CL 14, Tyler Smith 15.
Okay. Honestly, I don't really care that much.
Yeah, I thought you said you had it different. I was ready for our last debate of the pod. Maybe not.
I do. I have Tyler Smith and Chris Livingston. So again, I don't think any of them are touching the floor outside of garbage time. They might not even touch the floor in garbage time because that's going to be Ajax time. CL got a new contract after being waived, and I think that was extremely shocking. I don't really understand it. I think if you want to sign Thanasis, it should have been the CL spot. I'd much rather keep Andre Jackson Jr. just in case.
You're just disrespecting Summer League as an institution.
I am, and I will continue to do that. I would much rather have. If the Bucks are going to waive someone in this scenario, now it's Ajax because he has a non-guaranteed up until like the start of the season, while Chris Livingston has a guaranteed contract.
Yep.
And with all the rumors surrounding TA, and if he does actually sign with the Bucks, it's going to come at the expense of Andre Jackson Jr. I would have much rather just had CL just walk. You didn't have to re-sign him. No one forced you to re-sign him. You waived him once.
He forced you to re-sign him because he balled out. Carry the hell on. I was intrigued.
Make him a two-way.
I was intrigued by the full court defense in Summer League. He's just got to hit the shot more consistently. He's not going to be a ball handling guard. They tried to have him dribble full court, and that went really badly in Summer League. But I still see the vision just based on he's still so young. and his frame just is what it is. Like he's got some athleticism. He's got a good size. He's very muscular. Sounds a little weird, but he is.
You sound like the Celtics guy describing Aaron Baines.
No.
Tommy Heinsohn, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Looks like all of Australia down there.
He is put together.
Is Aaron Baines from New Zealand? Or is he Australian? There's no way Tommy got that wrong, right?
I think Tommy might have gotten a lot of things wrong.
I mean, everything about that was wrong in some senses, I suppose. Aaron Baines is Australian. Okay, never mind. I've got CL first. It's probably Summer League bias. And I do think Tyler Smith, I think he's a much better shooter than he showed. And if he just made 35% of the threes instead of 2% over the first 4 games, people are talking about his Summer League entirely differently. But he did not really make any impact until the last game where he was just okay. And I just think Chris Livingston right now, I mean, would I rather have for the next 5 years, I'd take Tyler Smith. But I think right now Livingston's slightly better. At least I know what I can do with him, right? Go be a small.
I know what,
three.
Here's the thing. If you're the Bucks, you're much more comfortable putting Tyler Smith on the court than Chris Livingston. Because you just go out, have him just hang out at the 3-point line.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can say that after you're going to play for the first time big minutes in months and you shoot 2% on threes, if that's all you can do.
Actually his NBA stats weren't that bad.
No, his G League was good too, but I just mean
Summer League doesn't. I'd put zero stock into Summer League.
I mean, that's the right thing to do.
Okay, at least you're self-aware.
Yeah.
I don't care. I really don't.
Yeah, I know. It just was rough.
It is rough. It's not a good data point. I'll say that. No. It's not helping his case or anything like that. But I don't know. I think Tyler Smith, you could put it the Bucks would be much more comfortable putting him on the court than Chris Livingston.
CL shot because he has an rookie year.
He has an NBA ready skill.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's one thing. I'm not saying he's gonna be good if you put him on the court.
I know.
I'm saying if you put CL on there, I don't know what NBA skills he has right now. At least with Tyler Smith, I know about one.
It's probably rebounding.
Yeah,
it's hard. Yeah,
that's a valid argument.
It's harder to slot into a lineup though, or you can't just tell someone, "Hey, rebound," on offense. You can, but it's not helping the action. If that's all you do, it might get you another one. So
unless you're Josh Hart.
Yeah, that's probably the CL comp. I don't know why I never thought of that before. I've been on the weird PJ Tucker comp, but it really is Josh Hart. That's got to be his spirit animal. Great pull.
Really has to be. He has to grind the. Did you see Josh Hart tried that new ice cream?
No. What kind of ice?
I'm not good.
Okay.
It was a different kind of milk.
Oh, I didn't. I saw something about this. I didn't see he tried it. That's wild that he tried it.
They had him go to the store and try it.
Classic Josh Hart, but he agreed to do it. He's Josh. He doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah,
he could have said no. That's Josh Hart for you.
Yeah, I mean, if someone offered me "Hey, you want to go get paid to go try some ice cream?" I'd be like, "Yeah,
yeah,
why not? I'd try it.
I would do it too. Hit our lines and we'll make a pod about it. Maybe not a full pod. We'll do a segment.
Make a full pod.
If the check is right, I mean, you can
show me the whole process.
Wow. On that note, that's our tiers. Very similar.
We made it through
Kuzma. Literally, the only thing that changed is where Kuzma was, and then the bottom two.
Yeah,
which is still more than around the 4, 5, 6, 7. It's all the same except Kuzma is 3 spots lower, and that blew our minds. That's hilarious.
We don't usually disagree this much, even though it's not actually a lot of disagreement. It's not a lot of but we usually don't.
That's fair.
Especially because I think it's because I had Kuzma so high.
Yeah, or I had him so low, depending on perspective.
Yeah, I stand by it. But yeah, it's fun. We got to go through the entire roster. Hope everyone enjoyed. We'll have you posted for more Eurobasket stuff as that's going to keep starting up. We still have to do some. We have to tier list the East and the West.
Yeah.
We got to do that. We got to have our symphony pod at some point.
Yep.
We got to do that. So we will have you covered for all things Milwaukee Bucks as this offseason rolls along here. And I'll say thank you for listening to this episode of the Gyro Step here on Blue Wire and GSPN, presented by our amazing friends over at Prize Picks. Also, shout out to the listeners I met at the Boswell Book event.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Shout out to Jordan Tresky, man.
Yeah, shout out to Jordan, real superstar. Make sure you go buy his book. All of that information can be found in his on his Twitter. But yeah, make sure you're subscribed wherever you're listening to or watching this nice, fun visual podcast on YouTube. Make sure you leave a 5-star rating and review on your podcast platform of choice. Engage in the comments on YouTube, subscribe, bell icon, all that fun stuff. Pod random. We'll talk to you next time.